Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Although we're not in the Echoes of Tomorrow series, we're still in the Edge of Greatness. Right now in the Edge of Greatness series, what I'm dealing with, today I did start my first day at my job, so it was Tuesday. I didn't start Monday because it was Memorial Day. And I was just chilling. I did a homework assignment. I was just chilling all day, but skip to today. So the thing that I'm fighting now, but my job, I'm gonna talk about my job, but I want to talk about this point first. Is for the last year and a half, I've been getting this appeal letter. This financial suspension. They've been, and yeah, I had a pimple up here, but I've been getting a financial suspension from my school. I don't know if anybody has for financial aid, receiving financial aid, because I didn't meet the standards of fulfilling my academic progress. So now I have to fill out some paperwork, which I'm going to do tonight. And it's just crazy to me because I don't even know why that's happening. Well, I know why it's happening, but at the same time, it's like this semester I made straight A's, A pluses. I probably had a few A minuses, but most importantly, I had A pluses. I had straight A's. I didn't miss school for the most part. I did everything right. And now I have to deal with this again. And I had to deal with it last semester. And I think the semester before that. So first I thought it was my GPA, but I got my GPA up to a 3.0. And that was one of my goals on my vision board. So I was just like, okay, so it's not GPA. It's basically about fulfilling the degree requirement in a certain amount of time. So now they want me to have to do another appeal. So I'm basically going to tell them straight up, I'm going to send them my GPA, my report card. I'm saying or I don't have to send it to them. They know this is the school. I'm going to show them my grades. I'm going to say, hey, all I got left is the summer. I have this marketing class, which ends on Sunday, and I'm going to pass that. And then I have my internship, which ends July 25th. And I started it today. Until I get approval, that's what I'm going to be doing. So that's what I'm worried about to now in the Edge of Greatness series. And I don't know when that's going to be handled. So maybe in the Echoes of Tomorrow, I will be discussing this. Hopefully I pass everything that needs to be required and I can continue to finish off my schooling. So yeah, I don't know. When I got that letter, I was just like, again, and I was like, I thought it was my grades and all that, but it's just the needed requirement to fulfill your degree. If you don't fulfill it in a certain amount of time, then you get suspended. And then if you got to fill out some papers and stuff, if they approve, then you're able to get financial aid. And I need that financial aid so I can pass these classes this summer, so I can be done with school. So yeah, so I'm stressing out about that. But at the same time, I'm not worried. I'm worried, but I'm not worried. I feel like it'll be passed because I did have an awesome semester. Like, I proved myself. I made straight A's. I came to class on time. I did what was supposed to be done. And now I only have 2 things left to do, which is my internship and this marketing class, and then I'll be done. So I think everything will work itself out. But on another note, today was my first day of my job, which I mentioned in the beginning of the video. I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect, and it's so much different going to school versus actually working a job. You learn from both, but I feel like you really learn when it comes to hands-on experience. And I'm learning a lot about WordPress and developing a website using WordPress. I took web design, I took content management systems, and I took another class a long time ago. I took about 3 classes involving web design. And I don't know, in my web content management system, we did talk about WordPress, but I feel like we could, what I'm learning to do for this website, that I feel like we could have went deeper in school. We could have went deeper, because I'm learning how to do some things that I should have paid more attention to in class, but also that wasn't taught in class. So so now that I'm doing this, it's like, for real, when you in work experience is different from school experience. School knowledge and work knowledge is 2 completely different things. So now that I'm out in this world and I'm doing it, I'm glad I'm getting the experience. So I hope to do another internship after this, and hopefully that turns into a steady job and I can work the field and I can get experience. That's why I believe, well, I'm not saying that it's right, but I feel like that's the reason why, because I was about to get a second job at Domino's. I was going to work a second job. I'm not doing it now, but or Domino's or just any job. But when I was talking to the man at Domino's, I'm learning how much money they make just for making pizzas, and they get paid more than me working and building a website. They make 13 something. This Domino's, I don't know about y'all Domino's, but they make about 13 something an hour, and they get increased positions. And I'm just like, I'm building a whole website, and we make about the same thing. When you get out of college, you start your first job, you don't make a lot of money like you do for a person who's been in the industry for 10 years, 15 years, 2-3 years. You don't make the same amount of money. So what that taught me was, it's because just because you go to a school all that time, you still need hands-on experience at a job. So, and that's why you make the same, when you start off, you probably make the same amount of money a person would make working at Domino's when you start out. Now, in the end, you might make more than them, but in the beginning, you probably making the same amount of money because you just starting out. So, but no shame on their grind. I'm just telling you, like, when I saw Domino's and how much they was making and how you build up to become, and you can make $60,000-$70,000 a year working at Domino's when you keep working there. And that's how much some jobs pay, and you got a whole degree. You making $60,000-$70,000 a year. So I don't know. I just feel like there's other ways to make money besides, doing what you do in your field, which is the reason why I'm doing YouTube too. Because I gained, I think, about 5 subscribers. And even if it's just 5, I'm happy just gaining 1 or 2. Because I see the future, I don't see the moment. And I think that's what a lot of people on YouTube, or who start out with YouTube, they see the moment and not the future. Like, I feel like if I do this for the next 5 years, 10 years, I'll have a YouTube channel. I'll have be author of multiple books. I have a YouTube channel. And I'll probably even be working a job in my field. Or, hey, I might be like, hey, let me just dedicate my whole life to YouTube. Or, I don't know what, the sky's the limit for my life. And I don't want to limit my life because the sky's the limit for my life. I don't want to limit my life. But today, it was a learning experience. And I'm glad I'm working with people who are willing to work with me and understand. And I'm glad I do have this internship, because I'm glad I had a degree that required me to get an internship, because I don't know what I would have done. And I'm going to try to apply for another entry-level position somewhere else, as I'm fulfilling my going to school and stuff. I'm going to see if I can get another entry-level position somewhere else so I can continue to hone my skill sets and become better. But this is the end of this video. So today was the first day on the job. I really should start at Echoes of Tomorrow, but Echoes of Tomorrow starts June 1st. That's the day that my marketing class ends, and we'll be a new season, which is the summer. And hopefully by that point in time, hopefully by the first week of June, my book is published, and then I can start working on Black Lazari Through Concrete. And I'm going to start working on that book. I'm not going to do it this week. I'm going to wait till I get done with my marketing class. And then I'm going to start working on Black Lazari Through Concrete. I'm going to try to write a lot of poems each day so that by the end of June, I can start rereading my poetry. I'm going to reread it myself. Then I'm going to reread it, rewrite it, check the errors and all that. Then I'm going to get, I'm going to pay some money for somebody else to edit it and look over it. And hopefully I'm going to pay somebody that can do good with creative writing edits. And I'm going to pay them and tell them that some things on this book are, they're misspelled for a reason. I use certain language for a reason. So I don't want things to be changed. So I don't know if I'm going to get somebody to edit this book. Because, if I'm not there, maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe I'm going to have to get somebody that I can be there with while they're editing via phone, and they can read it back to me. And they can ask me, do you want this to be changed? Or do you want this to stay the same? because I don't want them changing something that was meant to be the way that it was supposed to be. So I think I'm going to edit this book. I'm going to edit it and just take the risk. If something's misspelled, then it's creative freedom, because everything in this book is not going to be written correctly because it's creative freedom. So Black Lazari, I want that to be finished by the time I go off to school in August. I want all that to be done. I don't want to have to worry about writing the book. And I think, I don't even know if I'm going to publish another book. I want to work on Haircut. I think what I'm going to work on is my children's book. I'm going to work on illustrating my children's book. I'm going to figure that out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Once I publish Black Lazari Through Concrete, that will be my third book. I do want to work on Haircut, but I feel like I'm going to have a lot going on to the point that I'm not going to have enough time to work on Haircut to my full capacity. And I really want to focus on other goals. Like, I already published 2 books this year. So I think I'm going to wait till I turn 25 next year to focus on working on Haircut. Or during winter break, when I have winter break, when school is out, I think I'm going to utilize that time to work on Haircut and write a lot of it. Like, write a rough draft and get a lot of it written down for in that month period. And then when it's time for me to go back to school, I'll, work on school. But then when the summertime come, I think during the summertime, I'm going to focus on working on Haircut and a children's book, maybe 2 children's books, and get it published before I turn 26. And after I publish my Haircut and my children's books, I'm going to start working on my my story for my animation. I'm gonna start making the rough draft of a story outline. So got a lot of plans, but I gotta stay on track. Gotta cut it. Okay, let me stop. But I'm about to end this video. Y'all hear these plans all the time. I'm just excited, but I can't wait till Black Prevail Despite the Odds comes out. Once Prevail Despite the Odds, then Black Lazari Through Concrete will come out this year, and then I'll start working on Haircut and, well, another children's book next year. And I want to publish that by the end of next year, because I don't want to publish any more books this year. Well, I'm not, that wasn't the plan anyways, but I need a break, because writing is a lot. Coming up with, especially like writing poetry, it's a lot. Like, it's easy, but at the same time, you have to pay attention and make sure you don't repeat yourself. That's the reason why I'm gonna have to go through these poems and make sure I don't repeat the same thing. And I don't know how long that's gonna take me rereading through these poems. So through the month of July, that's why I need a whole month to find the time to read through all these poems, correct the spelling, and it's going to be over about 200 poems. So I'm going to have to read through them and check them and make sure everything is grammatically correct. I think at that point in time, I'm going to purchase Grammarly and get the full thing so I can make sure everything is spell checked. And since I'm the only one doing it, so I'm really going to have to look and pay attention. I think I'm going to have to maybe even print it out. Well, I don't know. Well, I probably could print it out and as I read it, read it out loud. I might not print it out, but I have to go extensive into it so I know that the book is good, because my first poetry book. And then after my third book, I won't be publishing any books until I turn 25. And when I turn 25, I want 3 books to be published: 2 children's book, 1 book that's Haircut. So there'll be 3 creative writing stories. And then after that, I'm gonna work, when I turn 26, I'm gonna work on my building up my cartoon and developing that. And I'm also gonna work on the book I want to release when I turn 30, and another Crohn's disease book. So by the time I'm 30 years old, I should have 8 books out. And that means, like, since I was 21, I published 8 books. I published my first book when I was 21. So that means I published 8 books since I was 21 years old. And when I turn 30, after I publish those next 2 books, I think I'm going to write another children's book. I want to write another children's book. I want to kind of be like Dr. Seuss, you know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna end this video here. I cut you guys up. This is my life, the Edge of Greatness series. We almost to the end, and we're gonna be at Echoes of Tomorrow. Echoes of Tomorrow. All right, bye.